Hey guys, Racing Pro here. It's time for another channel update video, and of course, it's not a good one. These are never good ones. I don't know why. I mean, I guess no news is good news, right? Anyway, this is mostly going to focus on the Twitch side of things, why I don't just upload this to Twitch when I technically can do that. YouTube's just better in terms of video hosting, and especially their video player. I do just want to mention real quick, I'm doing this without a script, so if it seems like I'm jumping all over the place, that's why. I've tried to do my best with editing this in a logical manner, but if you watch my content normally, you know how I tend to jump back and forth between various things when just running my mouth normally. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about my plans going forward for my channel, because it's time that I just give up, honestly. Not on streaming completely, but the way that I've been doing things. And that's largely down to two key factors: viewership and finances. And I really hate to bring money into the equation, but after a certain point, you do have to look at it that way. Twitch as a whole right now is seeing a decline in viewership just across the board. For me specifically, I've been seeing a decline in viewership, on Twitch at least, since about the middle of last year. And when your average view count is already fairly low to begin with, that decline really hurts. And of course, with a lower viewer count, you have fewer people around that can help support the stream. And again, I don't really like thinking about streaming as a source of income. I've never thought about it as a potential to be my full-time income. It's just, it would be nice, but it's not something that I can realistically see being that. But as I said before, there is a point at which you have to start looking at it as a potential source of income. And as it stands, I'm currently putting around 20 hours in per week to streaming. That's 15 plus hours for streams, maybe not in the last couple of weeks, but normally 15 plus hours of streaming, 2 to 6 hours in terms of video editing for highlights and such, and then just other miscellaneous tasks that all get thrown in. It's typically around, if not over, 20 hours. Now here in the US, the number varies, but traditionally you can think of an average work week as being around 40 hours. Being that I'm at about half of that, that means it's a large time investment, and I do have to look at it from a financial standpoint. Now, obviously, as a streamer, I'm not entitled to any amount of income, and that's fine. I am perfectly willing to accept that. But it's hard to justify putting as much time into streaming and content creation in general when it does eat up so much time and give so little back in terms of finances. Again, I hate looking at it this way, but it is what it is. And I could go much more in depth on all of these, but I do want to kind of keep this short. That's why I'm kind of trying to not go too deep into anything. This has been something that's been going on long enough, like I said, where it's just, I should have given up a while ago. To be completely honest, I should have stopped a while ago now. But I'm stubborn, and I wanted to see things through to see if things would improve, because there was genuine improvement going on for quite a while. But with things being in decline in general for almost the last year, it's just, enough's enough, you know? So, changes will be coming in. I'm going to lead this off by saying I have had, for every month this year, well, except maybe back in February and March when I had the call for help and the affiliate anniversary, but otherwise, beyond that sort of thing, I have had every month a monthly goal of $250. That's a fair amount, but also in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. And that money would go towards just trying to help pay some of my bills so that I can ensure that I can keep doing streaming the way I had been. Ignoring the generosity that came in during February and March, which, again, thank you everybody that helped out during that period. It genuinely did get me through those couple of months and beyond as well. But that monthly goal otherwise has been hit twice. And that was, of course, during February and March. Technically it was hit 3 times over, but it was hit during 2 months, and there were 3 months where it was not hit. I will continue to have this monthly goal in place for at least a little while, and if we do end up hitting it, which I honestly do not expect to happen, then I will likely just get rid of it. Yeah, if the monthly goal is not hit on the regular, then things will start getting reduced more and more. And that's the general theme of what's going to change. It's not all going to happen immediately, but the general idea is that I'm going to cut back on streaming. I'm going to focus on streaming more when I feel like it, rather than on a set schedule. And YouTube-specific content will likely go away for the most part. I know that people do enjoy that sort of stuff, and actually YouTube has actually been on the incline this year, from what I've seen, though views on a video does not correlate to actual viewership, because that has no indication of duration. But regardless, to get more specific, as I said, streams will be being cut back a little bit more. I will still complete the things I have said I will complete already, like the Spyro playthrough, Gran Turismo, but beyond that, you can expect GTA to likely stay around, FNR if it remains at a reasonable time slot and actually continues, since it's on a semi-hiatus right now. Those two will likely stick around, but in terms of the weekday streams, we'll just play it by ear. As far as the highlights go, the first thing that's going to stop is the GTA highlights. They are by far and away the things I enjoyed doing the least. To the point where I actually spread the workout over the better part of a week, specifically so it doesn't wear me out as quickly, because not only do I have a bunch of races to highlight, but it's also a lot of close racing a lot of the time because of catch-up, and I have to do so while listening to Discord. Again. Not always the worst thing, but oh boy. FNR highlights will, well, again, assuming FNR comes back, FNR highlights will come and go as I feel like. I'm not bothered as much by them. Still might be reduced down to a full race highlight instead of the highlights that I've been doing previously. And the same thing goes for GTA. I might highlight the occasional race if it's a good race. And again, all of this will be happening over the course of the next few weeks, assuming that we're not trending towards hitting the monthly goal by the end of the month. As I said, I don't expect that to happen, just with the general state of things this year, but that's my one condition to keeping going with this. As I said, putting that much time into streaming and not getting a lot back in terms of revenue, with my current financial situation, just isn't doable anymore. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this channel update video. Apologies if this disappoints anybody, but I have to consider my own situation and what's best for me, and at this point in time, and likely for quite a while now, this is the right decision for my situation. Sucks, but welcome to the world. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully I'll see you, I don't know, in the comments, the next stream, something. Later.